Hey guys, welcome back again. Now I have started a 3D tips tutorial series. In this series, I'm going to give you amazing tricks and tips that I use in my day-to-day life. In today's tutorial, I'm going to teach you 7 tips that I use in my work that saved me hundreds of hours of manual work in 3D. So stay tuned till the end so you can learn all the tips in this tutorial. So without wasting any more time, let's get started. The first tip is that you are not using floor generator enough. The floor generator is not only for creating floors. Let's say if you want to make this panel on the wall, what would you do? You might make a plane and make this edges like this with connect in edit poly, give open chamfer for the groove, etc., etc. At last, you might give symmetry and slice the parts from below or something. This process might work, but it's very tedious and long. Instead, you can use floor generator. Make a rectangle like this here. Apply floor generator and set direction from here. Set the thickness of these strips from here and make sure that width is larger so it don't bother in between. Give 2mm bevel and 2mm groove from here. Now copy this same floor generator below and just change the direction. Adjust offset from here like this till the both groove match with each other. Can you see how easy it was with floor generator? This is just an example, but there are a lot of time you have to use floor generator in different type of modeling to save time. Second tip is that slicer material is your best friend for cutouts. Let's say for ceiling, how do you make these cutouts? You make a box and cylinders and boolean those together to make it. Which is the worst way? You make ceiling with splines and later give it shell modifier for thickness. This is much better way compared to the booleans. For years I used this method, but if you have used 3ds Max, then you might know that many time when you need more light spot or move some light spot, many time 3ds Max make it completely not usable. So then later out of frustration we might use boolean for the recessed lighting or grooves. But ever since I started using slicer material for cutouts, my life goes so much easier. I just make simple box for this kind of ceiling and make related shapes with spline or geometry and intersect each of them like this. Now on these geometries, I simply apply Corona slicer material and select this upper box as include. So this slicer will only cut the upper ceiling, not the lighting fixture inside. That's it, no more fancy tools. Just simple workflow. Now I can create hundreds of cutouts without need to worry about 3ds Max geometry problems. Same as that, let me make this shape the old way. If we make this cutout thing with spline, you and I both know how much of a hassle this could become. Many times Max would not respond properly and give us some weird artifacts. And even if it works, then it will take us a long time to complete it. And if we use slicer material workflow, as you can see, it works like a charm. Want multiple variation with shapes? No problem. Just copy these shapes again and you can create unlimited number of variations without breaking a sweat. So guys, save time with this. My third tip is how to use X4 modifier the proper way. Let's say that you have this kind of door in your scene and you want to do mapping of it properly. Let's apply basic material to it and apply UVW map modifier. Set its mode to box and let's rotate its UVs accordingly. Now these parts we need to have UVs rotated to 90 degrees. Let's copy this as a backup first. Now in generally what would you do for this kind of mapping? You apply edit poly on top of it and select these polygons that are rotated to 90 degrees and detach it. Now apply the same UVW map modifier to it and rotate it 90 degrees. Now attach all these parts again and weld all these vertices. Now if we apply chamfer modifier, then it will show up as good model with UVs and chamfer. What some people do is that they don't detach it, they apply edit poly and select those rotated polygons and apply another UVW modifier on it and rotate it there. But I'm going to show you another similar fast way that required no manual rotation. First, let's attach all these together. Now apply edit poly here and select all these polygons. Now apply UVW X4 modifier. In this UVW X4 modifier, just use 90° in rotation here, that's it. Now just apply edit poly, and then if we apply chamfer modifier here, then all is going good and working perfectly without any hassle, as you can see. By the way, guys, this tutorial is part of a free tips and tricks series I've put together where I share all those extra tips and hidden tricks that can make your workflow smoother. I want to be real with you. I've been in this industry for over 5 years, and most of what I've learned didn't come from a fancy degree. It came from online courses, YouTube, and a lot of trial and error. That's exactly why I built my course, Mastering Interior Visualization with Corona, to teach beginners the way I actually use these tools in real projects, instead of leaving them stuck with random scattered tutorials. Now, the course already covers about 70 to 80% of everything I use daily: modeling, lighting, rendering, post-production, the full workflow. But there's always that other 20 to 30%. The super specific deep dive techniques and tiny workflow hacks I keep discovering while working on real projects. Instead of keeping those to myself, I'm sharing them here in this free series. So if you're following along, you're basically getting all those bonus insights on top of what's in the course. Things that can really level you up and help you stand out as a visualizer. And if you want the full structured step-by-step training, that's exactly what my course is for. You'll find the link down below. Right now, I'm giving 50% off for the first 100 people with the code FIRST100. But seats are limited, so grab it while it's available. Alright, let's continue the tutorial. My fourth tip is using Corona AO for fake context shadows. I have this scene opened here, and if you look closely in the corners, then you will see that corners are looking quite flat. Normally, if you see corners, you will see some basic dirt there. What lots of artists do here is that they take walls a bit down to create minimal dirt or shadow there, but it takes a lot of adjustments. So I'm going to show you a little trick with Corona AO. Let's pick this material. Just put Corona AO here in between this diffuse slot and Corona color here, and make sure to put it in unoccluded color here. Now just put 2 millimeters to 5 millimeters in this max distance value. As you can see, corner are getting that little dirt in them. So simple, right? Make sure to put Corona AO map in only one material if you have two different material for ceiling and wall, so you get minimal dirt effect. Let me show you some before and after of this AO effect. In the fifth tip, I'm also using advanced Corona AO for further dirt details. Let's say we have this scene here. Now it's looking too simple, so we are going to add some advanced dirt effect with Corona AO to bring the best in these corners. Let's put Corona AO here in wall material. Now put Corona color in Corona occluded color here. Let's make dirt around 6 inch and increase some spread, so dirt is visible a little better. Now I'm going to use noise map here in AO distance to bring some variation in dirt. Let's make our noise size bit down to get proper effect. You can also use these kinds of black and white maps to make specific types of dirt pattern in corners. As you can see how it's looking here, now let's copy this same setup and delete this Corona color from here. Now I'm going to use this same Corona AO in between this diffuse slot and map like before for this floor material too. As you can see, dirt is showing up in floor 2. Let's decrease the wall dirt distance and increase the floor 1. As you can see how dirt is showing up here. Let's put color correction here in floor material. Let's decrease brightness and increase contrast to bring out the detail in our map that we put in floor materials AO distance. Let me decrease the wall dirt a bit more. As you can see, this is how you can use this AO to bring out so much details in simple corners. For the sixth tip, I'm showing how you are not using array modifier enough. I saw a lot of artists do this. For making this kind of panel, what would you do here? You will make some size of wooden panel. Then you will copy it along the way like this and delete the middle copies. Or you will make two and take a snapping reference from the second corner and copy with that reference size. But now we have array, you don't have to do any of that. Just put array modifier here. Now set count and set in between distance from spacing here. And later, if you want to decrease it, you can easily decrease from here like this. So simple, right? You want some different pattern like this. Then also you just need to change the one shape and set distance again. So simple like this. If you want this kind of bend-shaped panel, then just make one spline like this. Now select spline mode in array and pick spline from here. Now select the fill mode to automatically fill the entire spline with this wooden panel. Now only edit our main piece from here like this. Now you can move spline or do whatever you want, because now our spline will work as reference. For the last tip, I'm going to show you how you are wasting your time by manually mapping your models. I have applied same marble material to these three shapes. Now, as you can see, I'm manually using UVW map modifier to do mapping of these models. But as you can see, all the mapping of vein size is different in each shape, because each shape is unique. So I can't do proper mapping with UVW modifier that will get same size in each model and also get properly mapped. I can, however, use UVW unwrap for these models, but then this sphere and this middle shape will get broken seam somewhere in them. So what do we do? So in Corona maps, there is one map called triplanar. I saw that artists are not using this map enough. Just put Corona triplanar here like this. Now this map is so effective that you will fix entire mapping of these objects by just putting it here. As you can see, you will see no seam, nothing here. So crazy, right? If you want to increase or decrease size of the texture, then you can do it from here. No need to apply UVW map manually in each object. This is just so powerful. The only down point here is that you need to have seamless texture, which is of course always needed in our work mostly. That's the end of this tutorial, and I can't believe this 7 tips tutorial has become almost 25 minutes long. If you are someone who is struggling and have some doubt in interior visualization, then make sure to check out my interior visualization with Corona course. It will help you so much, trust me. It's 34 hours of training where I cover every feature in Corona Renderer that is needed in interior visualization, plus full scene creation from scratch with step-by-step audio. Basically, if you want to learn to make renders like this, then this course has everything you need. Right now, for the first 100 students, you can get 50% off with the code FIRST100 at checkout. The link is in the description. Check it out, and I will see you in the next one.